If your knees have been making your mornings harder than they need to be, this video is for you. That ache when you stand up from a chair. The stiffness climbing stairs. The way you've started planning your day around how your knees might feel. You are not imagining it, and you are not alone. Knee discomfort is one of the most common physical challenges adults face after 50. But here is what most people do not know. Understanding why it happens is the first step to doing something about it. We're going to cover exactly why knees change as we age, what the most common triggers are, and most importantly, the practical, evidence-informed things you can start doing today. Stay to the end because we have 4 specific fixes that have genuinely helped thousands of people in their 50s and 60s move better. To understand knee discomfort, it helps to understand what is actually happening inside the joint as we age. Your knee is a remarkably complex structure. Where your thigh bone and shin bone meet, the ends are coated in a layer of cartilage, a smooth, cushioning tissue that absorbs shock and allows the bones to glide against each other without friction. Between the joint surfaces is a fluid called synovial fluid, your knee's natural lubricant. It keeps movement smooth and delivers nutrients to the cartilage. Here is what changes after 50. Cartilage does not have its own blood supply. It relies entirely on movement to circulate that synovial fluid and receive nutrients. When we become less active, which often happens gradually in our 40s and 50s, cartilage receives less nourishment. It begins to thin. At the same time, the muscles around the knee, particularly the quadriceps at the front of the thigh, naturally lose mass and strength through a process called sarcopenia. Weaker surrounding muscles mean the knee joint absorbs more direct impact with every step. Tendons and ligaments also lose some elasticity with age, reducing the knee's ability to absorb sudden changes in load or direction. None of this is inevitable doom. These are biological tendencies, not permanent sentences, and every single one of them responds to the right interventions. Knee discomfort after 50 is rarely caused by just one thing. It is usually a combination of several overlapping factors. Here are the 4 most common ones, and I want you to think about which apply to you. Cause number 1, too much sitting, too little movement. This is the number 1 contributing factor for most adults over 50. Extended periods of sitting compress the knee joint and reduce synovial fluid circulation. The cartilage literally receives less nutrition the longer you sit still. Over years, this compounds into noticeable discomfort. Cause number 2, muscle weakness around the joint. When the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes weaken, the knee takes over the job those muscles should be doing. Every step, every stair, every time you stand up, the joint is absorbing load it was never designed to handle alone. This creates wear and inflammation over time. Cause number 3, excess body weight. Research consistently shows that each additional pound of body weight places roughly 4 pounds of additional force on the knee joint during walking. Even modest reductions in body weight can produce meaningful reductions in knee load. Cause number 4, nutritional gaps. Collagen production declines with age. Collagen is a primary structural component of cartilage, tendons, and ligaments. Low vitamin D is associated with increased musculoskeletal pain. And chronic low-grade inflammation, often driven by diet, can accelerate cartilage breakdown and amplify joint sensitivity. Now the part that matters most, what you can actually do. These 4 approaches are supported by the available evidence and recommended by physiotherapists and sports medicine practitioners worldwide. Fix number 1, targeted strengthening exercises. The most consistently effective intervention for knee discomfort is strengthening the muscles that support the knee, particularly the quadriceps and glutes. 1. Seated leg extensions. Sitting in a firm chair, slowly straighten one leg until it is parallel to the floor. Hold 3 seconds. Lower slowly. 2. Mini wall squat. Stand with your back against a wall, feet 12 inches forward. Slowly slide down until your knees reach a gentle bend no more than 30 degrees. Hold 5 seconds. Slide back up. 8 repetitions. 3. Glute bridges. Lie on your back, knees bent, feet flat. Press Press through your heels to lift your hips. Hold 3 seconds. Lower slowly. 12 repetitions. Stronger glutes take significant load off the knee. Start with what feels manageable and build gradually. The goal is progressive strengthening, not immediate intensity. Fix number 2. Stretching for relief and mobility. Tight muscles around the knee, especially the hamstrings, hip flexors, and calves, pull on the knee joint and increase discomfort. Regular stretching relieves that tension. 1. Standing quad stretch. Stand near a wall, bend one knee, and hold your ankle behind you. Hold 30 seconds each side. Releases tension on the front of the knee. 2. Seated hamstring. Stretch, sit on the edge of a chair. Extend one leg with heel on the floor. Gently lean forward from the hips until you feel a mild pull at the back of the thigh. Hold 30 seconds. 3. Calf stretch at the wall, hands on wall, 1 foot back with knee straight. Hold 30 seconds each side. Tight calves increase the load transmitted through the knee. Fix number 3. Walking smarter. Not just more. Walking is excellent for knee health, but how you walk matters as much as how much you walk. Walk on grass, trails, or rubberized tracks rather than concrete where possible. Softer surfaces reduce impact per step. Shorter, more frequent walks protect the knee better than one long walk. Aim for 10 to 15 minutes 2 to 3 times daily, rather than one 45-minute session. Wear supportive footwear with adequate cushioning. Worn-down soles dramatically increase joint impact. If you use a walking stick or trekking pole, use it on the opposite side from the affected knee to transfer load away from it. Fix number 4. Nutrition that supports joint health. Your diet directly influences inflammation levels and cartilage maintenance. These are not miracle cures, they are consistent, evidence-informed dietary habits. Oily fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, 2 to 3 times per week. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammatory markers associated with joint discomfort. Colorful vegetables and berries daily. Polyphenols and antioxidants reduce oxidative stress in joint tissue. Bone broth, chicken skin, and egg whites. Natural sources of collagen precursors. Minimize ultra-processed foods, refined sugar, and excess alcohol. All are associated with increased systemic inflammation. Stay hydrated. Synovial fluid is water-based. Mild dehydration thickens it and worsens joint stiffness. One more thing worth mentioning before we close. Beyond food and exercise, some people in their 50s and 60s choose to use joint support supplements as part of their overall approach to joint care. Things like glucosamine, chondroitin, and collagen peptides are among the most commonly used. The research on these is mixed. I want to be honest with you about that. They work well for some people and produce minimal effect for others. They are not a substitute for exercise and good nutrition, and they should always be discussed with your doctor, especially if you are on any medication. That said, if you are curious about joint support supplements and want to explore what is available, I have left a link in the description to one that our audience has shown interest in. I'll let you do your own research and make your own decision because that is what I always encourage here. Compliance note. Do not ad-lib beyond this language. Do not claim the supplement treats, cures, or prevents any condition. The framing above meets FTC guidelines for affiliate disclosure when paired with the description disclosure. What I do know for certain is this: your knees are not beyond help. The changes that happen to joints after 50 are real, but they are not final. Every one of the 4 fixes we covered today has a meaningful, evidence-supported impact when applied consistently. Small, consistent steps. That is what age-wise fitness is all about. Before you go, 3 quick things. First, leave a comment below telling me which of the 4 fixes you are going to try first. I read every comment and I want to know. Second, if this video gave you something useful today, please hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely helps more people over 50 find this channel. And third, subscribe to Age-Wise Fitness if you haven't already. We publish honest, practical health and fitness content for people in their 50s and 60s every week. No hype, no gimmicks, Just real information for real people. I'll see you in the next one.